Okay, and hey, and welcome. We are
Hello.
here. I'm here with Dr. Minnie. Hi there, Dr. Minnie. We're going to be
Hi.
talking about how to use AI to super speed your business and not having to worry about the tech. And if there's one person I know that can actually fulfill that promise, it's you, Dr. Minnie. So awesome that you're here.
Thank you. Thanks, Laura.
Now I've got to multitask to see if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can multitask. It's never been one of my things. So let's keep going. So we're actually talking about speed, aren't we? That's kind of what AI is all about. It's about speed. And I think when people who are watching this and they have their coaching businesses or their consultancies, and I know that when I first started out, you open a business because you want to give value to people, you want to serve people, and you want to hit some income targets, and you kind of have in your mind what you think people want. And I always think it's skewed, it's filtered, isn't it? It's filtered by your version of the world, and actually what clients actually want, or what they want at the front end of servicing them, is normally not an exact match. So what happens normally is you spend, I'd say, months, years, trying to find out what it is, what's the thing that your clients really want, and how to package it up and solve their biggest issues, biggest challenges, giving them whatever they desire. And that iteration process, sometimes it can take years. And it's like, what is the cost for somebody in their business trying to work that out? And even if you've run a coaching business for years, there is still so much opportunity, isn't there? Once you dial into this, there's so much opportunity, and it's an opportunity cost, right? You're losing money every single year by not having this information. And I think what AI does, which is awesome, is that it really gives you, or it gives you, I always think it gives you the jewels that you need in your box, doesn't it? It gives you this amazing information about what your clients, what their fears are, what they want, how they, what they're thinking about, so that you can really meet them where they are. And I think, and Minnie, Dr. Minnie, I'm going to be asking you exactly how AI does this kind of thing.
Mhm.
But that's
Mhm.
really what, in terms of client development and high ticket offers, what we want to do is we want to match our high ticket offers and align it exactly with what our clients really want, and what they're trying to avoid, and what they're trying to achieve. And we can
Right.
give them everything else they need in the process,
Mm.
but the trick is matching that up. And what AI does is it can give us all that information, right?
That's so true. And you've touched upon so many points, and I feel like I want to talk about all these things, but I guess I'll just start with the whole high ticket offer, low ticket offer idea.
Mm-hmm.
So low ticket offer really is something where many of um, you may be using it now, you may be struggling with it, you might be offering something for 200, 400, $500, and you feel like you're on that struggle bus where you're just
Mm.
constantly working so hard and you're not able to reach your annual goals, your revenue goals. And so that's the beauty of the high ticket offer, because when you
Mm.
think about selling something that's $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 with a really value packed offer based on your expertise, then all of a sudden you don't have to service 500, 1,000
Mm.
people to reach your goals. You can service 20 people, 10
Mm.
people in a year, which is allows you to get your life back, for one thing, because you're not constantly like working so hard to help
Right.
every single client,
Yeah,
right, which is really difficult, and ultimately it's a great way to burn out. But this
it's
is a great way
exhausting.
to it is exhausting, and we've been there, we've done that, and it's not sustainable for most people. So
Mm.
that's one thing I just wanted to bring up about the low ticket versus high ticket. But I will
Mm.
also say, when we're talking about artificial intelligence and using AI, even from 2 years ago to now, if you are starting your business now, or you're at a point where you're ready to scale or get off the plateau that you've been on, this is a perfect time to put your high ticket offer in place using a simplified framework, like you said, Laura. Simplified, you said rapid. So rapid and simplified. And the reason it's simplified is because you have a framework that works. It's a proven framework that often has given 6-figure, 7-figure days to people when they implement that and finally have that aha moment, like, oh my gosh, this is what works and this is what I've been waiting for. So when you also add automation and AI into that system, it's just going to skyrocket. It's like you're giving protein powder to an athlete. I don't know. I just made that up. basically,
super speed protein powder. It's like 10 times the dose.
Yeah. You're Superman or Superwoman at this point.
You
have that framework that's going to help you. So what AI helps you do is, you think you know who your ideal client is. Most people have a good sense of who they are, kind of their age range, some of their interests, education, those kinds of things. But there is a deeper level of knowing your client, so that when you're creating your messaging for your client, that person, it's almost like you're calling them out. You're calling them because you have all this knowledge about who they are and what they want, and that person is going to come to you. So the ability to use AI very rapidly, quickly identify who your ideal client avatar is, so that when you're creating your messaging, also very rapidly, there's no option to fail there. You are leaps and bounds ahead of so many people who are not there yet. So this is the time to really get into AI. And the other thing I'd like to mention about it is that there is so much. If you start looking up, AI, and you're Googling, you're going to find so many products out there now. There's so many people who've created different things. And I just want you to know that in this framework, Laura has set it up so that literally there's only 3 or 4 things you need to know. And we have done the research. We know what works. And so when we implement that and help you put that into your business, you're going to get exactly what you need to skyrocket without doing all of that back end work yourself. So I think AI is something.
It's definitely. I mean, I'm always excited about AI, but I appreciate that people who are watching this, they're maybe like, there's sort of fear around it. You don't know what it does or how it does it. And as you said, the high ticket offer system, is a simplified way to grow and scale your business, and do it in a way so that you don't have 10,000 clients that you have to service who are all whinging and moaning because they didn't get their download. But you're actually having the time and headspace to really create huge value for your clients. That's what I love about high ticket offers. And part of the process of developing that high ticket offers to make sure it sells in the market is to look at the market and see what's already selling. And that's where the I always get it mixed up, AI, where the AI really drives it. And I think giving protein powder to Superwoman, I think, is a good thing.
That's great. Yeah.
And I think it's the thing for me, for the clients that we have, right? You and I were having this conversation the other day about there's so many AI tools out there, right? And I've had a play with all of them, but actually you don't need them all. You actually need the ones that are going to be sort of driving your sales, driving that client attraction, really engaging with the client, and having a set of AI prompts, tools that is going to give you that insight into what your potential clients really want, so that you can connect with them. And they're just like, oh my God, you're reading my mind. I need that. That's where it comes into place. So that's applying AI to really superpower your communication and your marketing. And the way we do it with the high ticket offer system is very specific and very simple. So you don't need to understand how it all works and where it all works. You just need to kind of plug it in, right?
Correct.
And
Correct. We
I
have
also,
we have a system, right, that is just plugged into the framework so that we tell you exactly what you need to put into
yeah,
the AI prompts, etc. We provide all of that so that because we know what works. And so our clients, when they follow the instructions in the framework, it's going to work and bring them more leads and calls and, more
yeah,
business.
and the other, we were talking about opportunity costs before we got on the call, and
Mhm.
you could go, actually, I'm going to go and find all of that out on my own. I'm going to go and work it all out. And yes, you could do that. I'm sure you could do that. You could invest the
Mhm.
time, the money in the training, in the in all of that. But actually, by just using something that we have already tested and implemented, means
Mhm.
that you get that shortcut really fast, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
background's tech, your background's tech and marketing. We've it's very easy for us to assess and implement this. So it's that massive shortcut. There's no reason to be wasting your time trying to work this out when you've already got a system that works. So it's like, again, it's like you're going to spend years becoming an expert in something that isn't your main field of interest, or you're just going to
Right.
go,
Mhm.
let's just jump,
Yeah.
let's just jump and go straight to the success point. I think the
Well,
other
it's so
thing,
true, Laura.
um,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
no,
just
it's
going to
fine.
mention that I think for me, what really changed the game for me is finding mentors because
Mm,
I was kind of like that. I was watching a lot, I was consuming a lot of information online, I was reading. My education, I mean, there were so many things that
yeah.
came in to where I was, right? And even with all of that, I felt insecure of what I
Mm,
was doing. And so it wasn't until I actually hired a couple of mentors, not just one,
mm,
to help me through that, is when everything just kind of took off because you're then working with somebody who's been there and done that.
mm. It's like
You know
clarity, isn't it? It's
Mm-hmm.
total clarity. Here's a system. Use it in this sequence. Take these steps. It's clarity, and it's accountability, and it's momentum, and it's speed.
Yes.
And you're absolutely right. And if I could, I always say, if I could tell my 20-year-old self a few things, I would be like, get the right people who've already done
Yeah.
what you want to do and pay
Yeah.
to be in the room with them, because that is going to save you huge amounts of time and money so that you can act
Exactly.
fast. And I think the other
Right.
thing with AI, just to sort of mention, if I was a business owner sitting there going, look, I don't really know whether I should be getting involved using AI. It's all
Mm-hmm.
overwhelming. Don't know what I'm doing. I think it's worth sort of mentioning. Actually, it's not just another bit of tech. It's not just another bit of marketing. It's actually a huge shift in the way people are operating their businesses. And you
Right.
mentioned, like, there's a 2-year window,
Mm-hmm.
and during that 2-year window, you can really get on, you can really take advantage of the
Right.
opportunity. But it's
Right.
not just that, it's also, if you don't get on that speed train, get off the struggle bus and go on that fast train that AI
Mm-hmm.
provides, if you don't get this into your business, and using all the tools that are available, the system that is available to you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about you'll be behind your competitors. It's like, I feel like it's such a game changer. Everyone who doesn't do it is going to
Right.
just lose business. You're just going to lose the business completely.
Yes, that's so true. And I think one way to look at it is how it was when the internet first came on,
Yeah.
right? Everybody was kind of like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?"
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, it was a huge shift in thinking. There was a huge shift in business too. And then people started doing online sales. That was a shift in the way that we did business. And so
Yes.
similarly, if you think of AI, I know it sounds scary sometimes to some people, but if you think of AI in the same way, that this is a shift in the way that we are doing business, very similarly to how it was when the internet first came on. We just
Yeah.
have to get on board and we should be at the forefront. We should be the ones that are using those tools to help our businesses grow and succeed, right? We don't want to wait
Mm,
2 or 3 years until everybody's on board. We want to be the
mm,
ones in the beginning. And that's
mm.
that's when those huge shifts happen.
Mm.
So,
And yeah, I totally agree. And it's a good analogy, actually. That is how big a shift it is in business that AI is. It is as big as when the internet was introduced. And it's kind
right,
of it's coming in, and then everything is going to have that massive seismic shift. And
right.
you've got to be riding the wave. And
Hmm.
to do that, you can spend 2 years trying to work out what the tech is, or you can just use a system that has already worked, has already, done all the work for you.
Right,
And that's really
right.
what we're doing together. And actually, where we connected, Dr. Minnie, where, is the ability to really help build that
Hmm.
messaging and that offer
Right,
so tailored to your perfect client that they're just like,
exactly.
you are speaking to me. I want what you've
Exactly.
got. You're going to solve like my biggest thing in the front of my mind. And
Right.
and that's what it gives you, right? I
That's
think it
right. And I think
makes
we
sense.
do that in a way where we hold our clients' hands, we help them through the whole process and framework that's already a proven framework. As I mentioned earlier, people on our team have actually had $100,000 days. I'm not talking about months. I'm not talking about years. I'm talking
Mm,
about days. And so if you have the right process in place, if you have a solid offer, right, an offer that works, if you know who your client is, you know how to fill the room, and you know how to make your pitch,
mm,
there's just really no way you can fail given the system.
gold.
So it's just really exciting. And I hope that when you're watching this, that you're ready to get off that struggle bus, because I've been there, and that's not a fun bus to be on, right?
Mm,
You feel like you're up till 2 a.m. every morning just consuming data, writing notes, trying to figure
mm.
out your next step. But when you have a framework and you're working with people that have been there and done that, it's a game changer.
Mm, It's so exciting, and actually, whenever you think, it always makes me think of just that struggle bus, and I'm just like, oh, it just makes me want to cry. Brings up lots of emotions in me that the struggle and the challenge and sort of working it out. But as you say, what we have, and I think that's why we're trying to play it cool, aren't we? But we're just like, this is awesome because it's so simple, right? You get your high
Yeah.
ticket offer totally dialed into your market, so people are like, I want that. You
Yeah.
you we give you the toolkit so that you can pitch it in a way that's so easy, and it's not
Right.
salesy, it's not sleazy, it's just really easy to invite people who are already like, I want your offer,
Yeah.
inviting
Yeah.
them to join you, and your come around and hang out kind of
Yeah.
pitching.
Yeah.
And then the
Right.
ability to scale, because what you've got the system that enables you to build those amazing, compelling, irresistible high ticket offers, and then
Hmm.
having that simplified sequence to scale so that you're servicing a smaller number of clients in an amazing
Right.
way, reaching your income goals. As you said, the system does
Hmm.
like 6 figure, 7 figure days. But even if you did 6 figures in like 10% of the time it would take you in a normal, traditional way of working, that would be
Right.
good enough too, right? That would be cool.
Right. Yeah,
So,
it just opens up opportunities, and it just reminds me of Myron Golden, who's an
mm,
visionary, a marketing advertising extraordinaire. And on stage, once he gave a presentation where he talked about the two biggest costs that we have in our lives, and he asked people, "What are the biggest costs in your lives?" Right?
mm,
And they would say things like my mortgage,
I
my
would say my
education.
children,
People said their children for sure, college education, all of that.
teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah, then um, that's so true. But so he said that people didn't realize, and no one ever says that number out of the two things, one of those is taxes. Because, and why is that? It's because we're taxed um, throughout the day in small bits where we don't even realize, that it's happened or how much it all equals out to be. So you could, there's income tax, there's property tax, there's sales tax, there's capital gains tax, there's taxes
Mm,
everywhere. But because they're
mm,
coming at us in small bits, we don't even realize it. But ultimately,
mm,
what happens is when you look at all those numbers together, it ends up that 51% of what we're making is going to taxes. One
mm.
huge advantage, as you probably know as a business owner, is that when you are a business owner, you can um, expense your, like something like this, right? Like if you were
Mm.
going to invest in a process or a new program or something for your business, that is tax deductible. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're reducing that taxable amount because you're spending something on your business. So
Mm.
that's one thing. Taxes are expensive, but business expenses help mitigate that.
Some of that.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then the other thing is he was talking about how the other big expense that we don't think about are opportunity costs. So, for example, if you want to make, let's say you're making $120,000 this year, that's a decent income, for most people. But if you could put something in place that you could make $1 million, then that year you're losing
Mm.
$880,000, right? So you don't even think of that as an expense in your head, but really it's an opportunity cost. And then the
Yeah.
next year you try the same thing again, you make 120, you're losing another 880,000. So
180.
really
Ouch.
over 10 years or whatever, that's a lot of money that you're losing. So those are the
Extortionate
two top
amounts.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he mentioned. He mentioned
Yeah.
it's going to be taxes and it's going to be your opportunity cost. So that's just a way to really think about, how long you're willing to keep, as we keep bringing up the struggle bus, keep riding the struggle bus before you're ready to get off and
Yeah.
really do something that's going to help you grow to that level and not worry about the opportunity costs anymore, right?
Mm, mm, mm. I mean, it's yeah. When you think about it like that as an opportunity cost of $880,000 a year, that is like massive. And
Yeah.
even with that as well, it's also the time that you lose, isn't it? We're not getting any younger. We want to build this business that is gives us the leverage in our life as well. The freedom, the finance that it enables us to spend time with our family, focused and
Yeah.
not trying to get businesses working and marketing working and
Right.
learning about AI when you don't really need to. You just need the right
Yeah.
system to do that. So
Yeah.
it's like $880,000 opportunity cost plus 12 months of your life
Yeah.
opportunity cost.
Right. And if you have the right
Heartbreaking.
offer in place, Laura, I think also you're serving your clients at the highest level, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then they're coming to you because they see what you're going to do for them. And you feel so good as a business owner being able to help your clients at that level.
Yeah, it's so empowering, and
Mm.
clients are like I always talk about one of my clients. We become like best friends, right? Because you're just helping them on so many
Mhm.
levels and so many
Mhm.
different ways. Whatever your business is, there are so
Right.
many ways that you can service and help people achieve their goals and whatever it is that whether they want to make money, lose weight, become a chiropractor, whatever it is, whatever you do, it
Mhm.
really is liberating. And I think it's there is this opportunity to take,
Yeah.
right? There
Yeah.
is this opportunity to take. So
Yeah.
let's take it. So if you want to take it, there's a into the action here. If you want to take the opportunity and stop wasting any more time and start really sort of building that business in a way that is going to work for you, your clients, your family, everybody, your world, then I'm just going to say actually direct message us. I think that's like the easiest things because this is going to be going out to lots of different places.
Yeah.
Because we have this great high ticket offer system that we can put in place so that you build this amazing high ticket offer. You also get the skill set to build high ticket offers, design them that they're so compelling that your market wants them. So it's one offer, yes, but also for all the offers you ever do after that, it really is a
Right.
lifelong, super valuable skill set to have.
Right.
Then step 2 is about authentically pitching. So you're really cool and comfortable, and it's really easy to get people on board. It kind of aligns up, and then it's about selling and scaling in a way that works for
Right.
you. So
Right.
if you want to find out more and connect with us, direct message us below this video. We will connect with you and find out all about your business and whether this is going to suit your business, and
Right.
how we can get you there at super speed,
Right.
fast train, and off that struggle bus.
Right. And I will say also, Laura, that for anyone that's watching, not every business is gonna be a good fit for this. I would say if you have a low ticket offer already, and you've sold at least one of them, just kind of validated it, that's the point where we can take that low ticket offer and help you make it a high ticket offer. And
Yeah.
that's where you're really going to scale. So I really recommend that you give us a call, like just send us a DM. We can schedule a call. We can just do a qualification sort of exploratory call to see what your business is and how we think we might be able to help you. And if we can't help you, we're definitely going to let you know that too. But maybe we can give you some pointers on what you should do so that at some point when you are ready to move to that high ticket offer, then you can come to us when you're ready and try again. But initially, of course, a lot of people come on these exploratory calls and leave with a lot of really good information, even if they're not able to qualify for the program. But so I highly recommend that just book the call. Let's talk and figure out if this is going to be something that's going to help you in your business.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, it has been great talking to you. I could talk to you for hours about
Yeah,
AI.
I know. I
Getting these
know.
clients these amazing results. As we said, it's really about getting to 6 and 7 figure sales in
Oh
your
my God.
business as fast as you can
Yes.
to really super speed where you're going. So direct message us underneath this video. We will connect with you, set up a call, and find out whether we can super speed your business too. And I look forward to speaking with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Minnie. I look forward to
Thank
talking
you.
with you too. And
Thank
we'll see you
you.
soon.